There it is. That's what I want to see on my screen. Sounds like it's working. Yep, a bit more light. There it is. That's what I want to see on my screen. Sounds like. Yeah. Just fixing up the camera a little bit there for you guys before we kick off. How's everyone doing? Kano, Dazza, see you guys there. No trades. If you did have any trades, which to me, I could not see any trades, please let me know. I will adjust it, but I don't believe there was any trades. Everyone's got the teams that they started with. G'day, Lukey James. We're going to go through the footy stars first and then the prestige. Going to try and knock it out in half an hour. Get home in time for the curfew. Don't want to end up in jail. Would not be good. What goes on, party people? What goes on? Everyone's getting excited. New release preview. A few days away. Last night on the footy stars, did a Brownlow predictor and a premiership predictor last night, so that was good. Get that out of the way. I'm not going to call out the footy stars inserts, just the hits. Dazza, what's going on? I can see that I'm missing some sort of action on the. Let's see, there's a chat group as there would be for all the admin on Good Vibes. See, something's going on at the moment. To do with a fishing expedition, I believe. I'm led to believe someone may have gone fishing. McInerney, what's going on? I see you just popping up there in the background, sir. G'day, Gribbler. What's going on with you, Gribbler? You working at the moment? Could be at work. Gribbler, you're going to be impressed next time you're in the area. Next time you come past the shop, we've got a vault. Let's just say we've got a vault now. Starting at 11. Oh. I will be well and truly at home by that time. Unless I want to sleep at this place. I swear to God, this place, it's colder inside than it is outside. How about that? So, who's got some exciting stories? Anyone got any exciting stories? Bang! Canelio. The GWS. Who has GWS? Let me just have a little look-see over here. GWS is with Ben Fielding. That one's for you, Benny. Hopefully a decent number for you, Benny. 153. 153 of 210. There's our first hit of the break. There's a Stephen Canelio Bay for GWS. That suits it a bit then. Well, that's good to hear. Potentially could have got Brisbane in a trade as well, actually. Every chance of that. Recycle those. They're recycling some base guys. Come on, give us another hit here. I'm looking for at least one more hit. Wooden card. 2 packs left. This has been not a great box at all of stars. See how the next one goes. Then might have to go have a look if we're going to be starter packs or something. Because I'm not even satisfied. We don't, Ben. We don't actually. A little bit of footy stars. Not much prestige left at all. A little bit of certified, a little bit of honours, a little bit of different various things. We do have some cherry pies coming, folks. We are going to be including some cherry pies in breaks. So look out for that over the coming days when they turn up. If that tickles your fancy. We have done a lot of prestige breaks though, Ben. Early on we were doing cases, half cases, 4 boxes, 3 boxes, lots of 2 boxes. We were doing 2 box breaks up until probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. There's just not much stock around, to be honest. So we are at the mercy of what's out there and available. And unfortunately, we have not been able to pick up any prestige for a couple of weeks now. And Ben, just so you know, ordinarily we would call out all the cards, all the inserts, but it's fair to say at this point in time, everyone's very familiar with the inserts of the footy stars. So just the numbered cards will highlight. if you were to make a documentary, I would like to think probably, Glenn, that Don would be perfect to be interviewed for that. Jacob. All right, ladies and gents, we do have a case hit up here. We'll hold that. We'll park it up for a couple of minutes. We'll get through the rest of this box. There is at least a bang to come as well here. Hopefully a 3-hit box, this one. Let's see how we go. But there is a case hit that's just rolled up there. G'day, Ricky. Ricky should be in your doco as well, Glenn. What's a shill bidder? Are you asking legitimately about the shill bidding, Glenn? Would you like an explanation on that? All right, Glenn, since you asked, ladies and gentlemen, shill bidding. You may have seen, if you're on Good Vibes, you may have seen I shared a post this morning, which was a repost of eBay has shut down the selling ability of the PWCC account. For those who do not know what PWCC is, they are a American-based company that can sign cards. So you can sign cards to them and they sell them on people's behalf. But they have been shut down due to shill bidding. What is shill bidding? Shill bidding is when you manipulate your own listings by using other accounts or getting people to bid up the price of the cards without the intent to purchase, to then increase, to either then push up the price and then it falls to the next person, or they do it in a way that it pushes the price higher. Or what's happening a lot at the moment is a lot of people are shill bidding to create comps where the cards are selling for higher than what they're actually worth to then push up the market value. So with eBay, for example, a good way to tell is if you've got an account with zero feedback that keeps bidding on your cards and then doesn't end up paying, well, it's clear that that person's shill bidding for a purpose. So hopefully that is that. All right, and we're going to bang! And that's an absolute ripper, that one. Trent Cochin, an absolute ripper. Who's got Richmond? Tigers, that's you, Ricky. Nice hit there, Ricky. I'll give you a slow roll for the number here as well, just because it's Koch. 006! Ricky! That's a hit and a half right there, Ricky. Low number, Koch, already one of the best and most desirable bangs in the series. And the low number, yes, Ricky. Let me double check that it is Ricky. It's Ricky. He's got Richmond in spot 10. Lovely. Nice, Ricky. Nice. So, Glennie, just talking about the Petrarca. So, no, the Petrarcas were not actually getting shilled. You're talking about the Petrarca greens, I'm assuming. They were not getting shilled. There's a legitimate buyer that was bulk collecting those cards, or a couple. I'm aware definitely of one who I know was paying up in the 450 range for them, and he was purchasing them via eBay. So those were actually legitimate sales going through. But it does take at least two to tango, as you know. You know, you need two bidders to push up a price. Was someone pushing up the price on that person? I don't know. I never actually forensically looked at it to see the other accounts, what feedback levels and stuff they were at. But that is very possible. However, what happened as well with that card is I think a few people got wind that it was being hoarded. So as a result of that, a bunch of people wanted to pick it up for investment and turnover purposes, which is absolutely their prerogative. And that's what makes the merry-go round. Yeah, there's more than one Melbourne supporter, that's true. And there's definitely people that have done multiples of that card. But, yeah, like lots of cards in the series. Good luck finding multiple cards, multiple greens in that series now, as you know, Glenn, are just impossible to find. And when they do come up, they are very, very expensive, and you have to just make the decision, how much do you want it? Cornelio Green, well, you missed a break then, Jacob, because about a week ago, I pulled the Cornelio Green in a break, thank you very much. And just so everyone knows, Jacob has a conspiracy theory that there is a lesser circulation of Cornelio Greens because we just haven't seen many pop out in general terms. Dom's got 4 or 5 Nortons. It's a pretty average effort, Dom. I would have expected more from you. All right, guys. Let's see what we got hiding behind here. If my eyes serve me correctly, it's going to be a Brownlow predictor. This could be Almighty Jack Steel. I'm telling you, I can tell by the red it could be Steely. It's not. It's a Sydney Swans wild card, ladies and gentlemen. Who's got the Swannies? Swans, 13. K Daniels, Mr. Box Break TV himself. All right, here we go. Kano, see if we can get you a nice one here. Number 118. That is a repeat number for you, Kane. I bet you will absolutely love that. Yeah, Glennie, so it wouldn't surprise me with greens that certain ones from various clubs, that if people have 10 or more, like that, you know, that I would expect that that's the case with a multitude of different greens from both this year and last year, that there are at least a dozen people more that would have 10 or more of particular players. Yeah, that's an eBay load, Kano. That's correct. Straight out the box, orange. Tom Sheen, West Coast Eagles. Who's got the Eagles? Mitch Carter. Number 34. Only 30 off his jumper number, Mitchie. 30 off jumper number. All right. We'll send those up there. Clearance Kings. Andrew McGrath for the Bombers. Essendon, Sammy Ma. Number 109 there, Sam. There's a hit for you. Essendon on the board. Cochin 06. That's a ripper. Bangs. Hard to find the lows in the bangs. Actually, I still need a couple for my set. Blue. Stephen May for the Demons. Number 20. 20. Who's got the D's? Melbourne. Melbourne's with Aaron. There you go, Aaron. Glenn, yeah, look, like, I don't know, it's a combination of various things, I suppose. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, as much as people may not want to acknowledge it, collecting anything, collecting trading cards, collecting anything that is finite, so trading cards, artwork, other forms of artistic or creative things, anything that's limited. Geelong, Paddy Dangerfield, 154. At the end of the day, it is also an investment. You're collecting something, but it does have investment value to it. And I think that no one, regardless of how you collect or what it is that you collect, it would not be a positive thing if over time what you put your money into goes down in value. I think collecting as well, like from my perspective, in terms of my collecting, and this is a personal thing for me, it's something that I do and I love, and I got back into it with my kids, and I do it with my kids and stuff, and I'm enjoying everything that takes place now, but I'm also conscious of the amount of money I'm putting into it, and that ultimately everything that I collect will end up going to my children for them to then also be able to make a decision what they want to do with it, if they want to continue to collect it, or if it'll be, from my perspective, I would hope it has a really significant value that can make a big contribution in their lives. So, maybe their first car or a deposit or whatever it may be, if they decided not to pursue it. But I'm enjoying the collecting side of it in real time, but I also am conscious that there is an investment value to trading cards as well. Brownlow vote leader, Hugh Greenwood, number 55 for Gold Coast. But in saying that, obviously it's absolutely subjective. So everyone has different opinions on it, and everyone's opinions are absolutely 100% valid and should be expressed accordingly. Yeah, cards are getting buried. So yeah, and on that basis, I have hoarded a lot of stuff. St Kilda, there's a green. St Kilda wise, obviously, that for players that we like, because the players that we like on the field also seem to correlate with the players whose cards we want, all of them. Your Jack Steels and Max Kings, but then there's also ones which Jack Billings is a player that we PC additionally on the side and have collected a huge volume of his cards, and he's not performing well at the moment. So it's an interesting one, But yeah, and then I also collect multiples because I think about the ability to trade in the future, and also with the way the value of cards continues to go up, that having trade bait even from your own team will become more and more important in the future. I don't know if anyone agrees with me about that, but then because, breaks are so prominent, so many people are going in breaks, you're competing against so many other supporters or collectors from the same team as you. And if they're all going in breaks constantly as well, they're going to be hitting multiples of your team's cards. So what's going to really help out is having other cards from your own team to trade with fellow collectors of your own team. Just in the nature of the way trading cards and the acquisition of cards and how people get their cards is changing. So it's an interesting subject, Glennie. Probably something that goes for longer than a break, unfortunately. I don't want to keep distracting the break. Blue, Tommy Rockcliffe, number 50. A nice round one. Oh, I need to open. This packet open. Top loaders. It's really funny, Glenn, and others for that matter, and Jacob will be able to absolutely acknowledge this, who's been around for far longer than I have, especially in terms of AFL cards, well, not in life, just in cards, but AFL cards, is that up until the last probably 12 months, 6 to 12 months, maybe a little bit longer, blue, Tim English for the Doggies, 79, it's been something that's been almost shunned, and people have been, I'd go as far as saying, belittled or berated for collecting multiples of cards. And it's something that a lot of people actually do. And up until recently, it's almost like people are scared to talk about it or acknowledge that they may collect multiples of something due to, animosity and resentment and stuff like that. And it's just it's crazy. People can collect what they want, how they want. That's their choice. Especially when it's something that costs money. Someone can choose how they spend their money and how much they want. They're prepared to pay for something, how much they want something, if they want more than one of something. And my opinion is always very much that everyone has the same opportunity to get something. They may not have the same means or the same schedule or the same time or that sort of stuff. But ultimately, everyone has the same opportunity to get something. So for people to begrudge someone else because they got something or got more than one of something, it's a foreign concept in my mind. Orange, Christian Petrarca, 87, talking about Petrarca. There you go, Jacob. I don't know if you were typing before. I reckon you were typing before I was even talking there, because we're on a little time delay here. And that's, yeah, it's exactly what you've said is 100% spot on. Will Mitch go to trade? He'll probably trade you. I'm sure he'll be happy to trade you. Is there a divide between old and new collectors? I don't like the idea of separating the people into groups and alienating, so to speak. I would say that there's a significant shift taking place. Orange, Tom Lynch for Adelaide, 162. There's a significant shift taking place in trading cards, in lots of things, in lots of different industry sectors, hobbies, whatever you want to call the various things around us. And I think that trading cards, and especially AFL trading cards domestically in Australia, have been very traditionalist and conservative in terms of the way both the industry side of things operate and also the way people have collected. And I think that people are adjusting to the change. And as with anything in life, people are often resistant to change. And you go through different stages of acknowledgement, acceptance, do you know what I mean? And I can absolutely understand that people have been collecting for a very long time, would be very anxious with what's gone on over the last couple of years and what's happening in the future. But it's also, they have the opportunity to adjust and you know, work with the change that's taking place in order to still collect and achieve and do what it is that they want to do. All right, guys, we got our green here to reveal. Minx, what's going on? Yeah, we'll have to talk about it more in a podcast. That's it, Glennie. Can't derail the break, and the break, and there's a curfew tonight, so I got to get home. But yeah, absolutely. Want to talk more about in the pod for sure. All right, guys. 35 for the Geelong Cats. It's a big one right there, a big green. We had the Tomahawk last night, and that's an absolute ripper, that one. Number 14, no, sorry, spot 14. Tim Upton's got it, Geelong. All right, Timmy. G'day, Ming. Welcome on board. Ming is one of the absolute stalwarts of the hobby. He'd be able to tell you stories I don't even know about of how things operated for years. But Ming's a good example, guys, of someone who's been around in the hobby for a very long time through all the different periods of change and everything that's happened, and has adjusted ahead of the trend line over the last 3 or 4 years. And he's a king. All right, here we go. Number 55. I thought it was going to be jumper number there for a second. Nonetheless, an absolute ripper. That's a great pickup for you, Tim Upton. Guys, the break's been pretty soft. I'm going to go grab 5 starter packs quickly, and I'm going to go bust those and chuck those in. So stay on the stream with us, all right? Stay on the stream. We're going to run out into the shop section of the RGV HQ and grab some starter packs off the shop. Get rid of these base cards. All right. We got an RGV late night special, or it's not late night, late evening special. We're going to tip in 5 starter packs here and see if we can't pull out a couple of extra hits for you guys. Yeah, low risk and soft break. It's actually not a bad break, to be honest. Dangerfield green and a low number Tigers card. But, I don't know, it feels a bit light on hits-wise. We need some more spread. No good Saints yet, but we've still got these. Let's see, maybe you can get a steel Brownlow predictor out of here. Or a marquee. A Nick Copy of marquee, maybe. Camera a little bit. All right, here we go. Here we go. Dangerfield's a green. That's what it is, Jacob. It's a green. Let's see if we can get you a winning steel Brownlow bid. I'll tell you what, seriously, Jack Steele wins the Brownlow. It's going to be amazing. I love Brownlow booklets, and I hate the fact that St Kilda doesn't have a Brownlow booklet. Jack Steele wins. It's fair to say. I won't just need a new shelf in my cabinet. I'll need a whole nother extra cabinet. I really need more cabinets, but I'll need another one. Just for Jack Steele Brownlow booklets. Because I'm a hoarder. I'm angry. I do multiples. Steel. Oh, isn't that? Steel, can I give you the tip, Jacob? Steel was only a GWS. Because Lightning, Travis Boat for Port Adelaide. Nice one there for Port. Extra hit out of the freebies here. Gribbler. That one's going to you, 164. Yeah, the only reason he was at GWS is because he knew Lenny Hayes would be able to mentor him. And he just wanted to be with Lenny, as we can all understand. Lenny is the real goat, and Jack Steele is his lamb. What do you think about that, Jacob? For an analogy. Lightning! Callum Brown for the Collywobbles. You know what? This is exactly what I wanted to happen here with starters, to get some team spread going on. But guess who's got the Collywobbles? Gribbler, that's you, 106. 106. There we go. Sean, I can't just because I've got to get home in time before the curfew, unfortunately. But I would love to do. I could potentially take some stuff home with me. Can't break from my house. But tonight is not ideal. So tomorrow will be the next break. Wow, 2 extra hits out of the starters. It's good results. Good results. I used to go to cards when I say used to, not like back in the day, like 2 years ago. I used to go to Card Zone and just stand on the counter and just buy packet after packet of both starter packs and also normal packs. But I was just such a sicko. I would go in and buy like 10 starter packs, then I'd sit in my car at the front and I'd open them, and if I didn't get, I'd go back in and buy another 10 starter packs, and then rinse, repeat. I did it over and over. Somehow I used to get through like 40, 50 starter packs in a session. It was crazy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, them's are the breaks. I actually do have a travel permit, Sammy Ma, but it's still a 9 p.m. curfew, so I can't do shit. That's the problem. Once you're in somewhere, you have to stay there from 9 p.m. You can't be out at all. But yeah, I do have a travel permit. Anyway, folks, those are the breaks. That's the breaks. Them's are the breaks, as they say. Some nice hits there, good spread, a couple extra hit out of the starters. Thanks for the banter. Thanks for the conversation. Appreciate it, Glenn and McAdee, for keeping the conversation going as well. And thanks everyone else for taking part this evening in the break. And as you guys know, if you don't hit much at all, the Minx slips packets into packages. So look out for those too. All right, guys. See you soon.